Hey, my name is Navneet Kinda and I'm Student Union President. Come on down to my office and I'll show you around. So over here is our reception area, and right over here, as we cross this door, is the main seating area. So we'll chat here, we can have meetings, we can talk about things, and talk to you. Basically, how I'd sum up my role is sort of like the team captain. I'm there to manage and work with my vice presidents to make sure they're doing their job well and that we're all working together. And essentially, instead of just a networker, the president is also a connector and connects different groups together. The campaigning process wasn't easy. It was actually pretty tough. It's probably one of the most physically and mentally demanding things that I've done because you're always out like 12, 15 hours a day talking to students and exerting yourself and making sure that people can see you on campus and that they can talk to you. And also, I got to do a lot of cool things as well, like be really creative and meet with designers and create a poster campaign and all this kind of stuff. So that was awesome. The one piece of advice I would give to any student on campus is to take a chance on yourself and to be bold and to have some courage and just go out and try it. One thing I always say to any candidate who's thinking of running is, will you regret not doing this 2 years from now? And if the answer is yes, then you probably should run, go for it. There's nothing to really lose. You'll mostly gain a lot of things, so I think you should do it.
My name is Dylan Hanwell. I'm the Vice President External, and my job is essentially to represent students to all levels of government, anywhere outside the university, the municipal government, provincial government, and the federal government. It is something that consumes you. A lot of people ask if I'm busy. I'm not necessarily busy all the time, but I'm always thinking about work. So when you're an executive, all you think about is work, really. It's what's on your mind all the time. So more than anything, it's just a consuming job. Balancing what you think versus what the rest of campus thinks. It's really hard to separate what the average student would like versus what you would like. And so that's really difficult when you're in a representative position.
Honestly, it's fantastic. It's something that in my first year I never thought I would do or want to do because it just seemed so far out of reach. I remember in my first year looking at the orientation packet and I'm like, wow, these like 5 people run the Students' Union. Turns out that's not true. We have like 300 staff. But even outside of that, being able to work more closely and see that it's not some elitist position that only very few popular students can do. It's something that anyone can aspire to do. And I mean, like, if I can get elected, really anyone should be able to be. I would say, genuinely, just go for it. Anyone can be a representative. You don't need a ton of friends or followers. Just push your ideas forward. Make sure that people know that you care about what you're doing and that you care about students.
The camping process was really straightforward. Most days I just had to be cautious about what I do so I don't break any rules. We had a really great CRO to keep us in check and remind us what we should look out for. And I honestly thought that running a campaign was going to be the hardest part of the SU journey, but boy, was I wrong. Actually, starting a job is a whole different level of challenge.
It was inspired by a few life-changing events that took place 2 years ago. I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and that journey of coping with my new condition encouraged me to meet a lot of inspirational people who worked for both the university and the SU services. I made a lot of great friends who were strong health advocates in the field, and their support gave me strength to overcome tough times. And I was wowed by how powerful students can actually be in advocating for other students. So eventually my interest in advocating for mental health has led to this decision to run in elections.
The biggest hurdle has definitely been not giving up on my goals, because there are always setbacks when you're trying to work for a particular change for the university. And sometimes the university and even the Students' Union to an extent can be resistant to change. So you really need to be certain that what you're trying to do is beneficial for all students across campus. But so long as you know that, as long as you have confidence in yourself that you're doing what's right, making sure that that doesn't waver has been the toughest part of working for the Students' Union this year. Try to figure out whatever you thought was missing with your undergraduate experience, and then just try to make that happen for your peers, because you're not the only one who's thinking a particular way. I can guarantee you that.
The biggest hurdle you've had to jump in 15 seconds?
About 2 meters. No, that was Cody's joke.
Sweet. Do you have any funny jokes?
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
Oh, just a minute. I thought of one. I just had one. Oh my God, how can I blank?
And I always blank when I'm put on the spot for jokes.
A horse walks into a bar and shits all over the place because it's a freaking horse. Why is it in a bar? No, I'm kidding. Please don't put that in. I got
It's
nothing
the first
for
thing that's
jokes.
going in under your face right there.
I got nothing.